Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, as always, I want to start off giving all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to our power, YAHWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honor to our apostle, our elders, a great millstone, who will teach you on sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children that the Lord will have mercy on these last days, man. All right, it's your brother Hadash. I represent the GMS branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing to edify. Remember the Lord's elect. All right, just a quick in transit. All right, it says a title through the spirit is remain grounded. Look into the word. You know, as brothers that's been keeping up with the channel, the spirit has been on me to go into a lot of words. It's like an ongoing series. It's not consistent as it used to be, but hey, through the spirit it comes when it needs to. But this one is grounded. The word here is grounded. A look into the word. Okay, so and where is applied biblically, because when you go into this word grounded, you can start up there. The online, the etymology of the word grounded. All right, okay. Um, and again, I would say my main page is GMS Kadash. I'm streaming off these because this is one of my backups. And the other page we use just me and the brother Yaquam, and then I got other backups, but Lord willing, I can start streaming off those as well, so brothers can like, subscribe, and share um, these pages, which is GMS Kadash Rakha. All right, and the other one is GMS Kadash Shawab Rakha. Right, this one is GMS Kadash Rakha. The other one is GMS Shawab Rakha. The other one is GMS Kadash Shawab Rakha. My main page is GMS Kadash. All right, Baba Kasha through the spirit. Your brothers can remember to subscribe to those so edification can go out, continue to go out through the spirit of power. HaBashmi Shah. All right. So again, so we're on online etymology, the etymology of the word grounded. All right. It says learned, instructed thoroughly in the basics. All right. So again, the title of this lesson through this quick and transit is remain grounded, a look into the word. Remain grounded, a look into the word. So what we are to remain, again, according to the Etzem online, which is the study of words or the truth in words. All right, grounded, the adjective, learned. So we are to what? Remain learned. We are to what? It says instructed thoroughly. Thoroughly. It says instructed thoroughly in the basics. The basics. See, instructed thoroughly in the basics, man. Okay. So grounded, we are to remain grounded, meaning what? We are to remain thoroughly instructed in the basics, because the basics is what we're going to be we're saved off of. Faith is basic, even though it's important and it's very pivotal. It's the faith, okay, is what going to save us. All right, through the spirit of power, Yahweh. We are saved through faith. Okay, faith is a basic thing. Okay, even though it's basic, like again, I made reference to before in many lessons, just because it's basic doesn't mean that it's not important. Or how, like you got the books of Obadiah, it's one chapter. You got Nahum and Habakkuk, and these smaller books. That doesn't mean that it doesn't hold a significant amount of portion unto prophecy and so forth, man. It doesn't matter. See, because the Lord dwells with quality, not quantity. Okay, so we must remain in the what? We must remain grounded, meaning what? We must remain learned, and we must remain instructed thoroughly in the basics. We must remain in the basics, man, because the brother Kazak from the GMS Indiana camp, he always used to say when he was out here with us in Cleveland, he used to say what? Milk saved lives, man. And like again, like I made reference to many times in many videos, in order for a child to be a high functioning child growing, or a high functioning teenager and high functioning whatever, going into those later years in 7, 8 years of age, 9, 10, so forth, in order for them to be highly functional and develop the proper way, it had to start with the milk that they received. You see, that's why breast milk is so exactly what it needs. That's what the placenta was. The placenta in the sac of a woman, it was giving the body of the baby exactly what it needed for it to properly what be nourished and properly hydrated and properly and so built up. And that was the basics. See, so you apply it to the scriptures. The milk, the things, the milk is what is going to save us, because we have to know the breakdowns, like I mentioned before, through the spirit. We got to know the breakdowns and everything that the role entails us, right? So to seal the elect, to to teach and so forth. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, man, what's gonna save us is the milk, the faith, the names of the Lord. That's milk, but very, very the most important thing, which is names of the Lord, right? But like that's basic stuff. The Hebrew, certain Hebrew words and things to prayers, and these are basic things. The Hebrew prayer and alms. These are basic things, man. Okay, so that's the groundwork. That's the ground. That we must remain in those things, right? We must remain in those things in order to grow and to further our walk. Again, going back to this word grounded, it says learn. So the scriptures say, let me grab this real quick. Like I said, this is a quick in transit. Oh man, what happened to the? Okay, let me grab this real quick. Um, this is it's like my internet tripping. Uh, um, okay, this is here we go. This is Second Timothy 3:14. It says let me grab it. Come on now. Say irritate. Oh, it's Second Timothy 3:14. All right, the water for bearing with me. All right, Second Timothy 3:14 says, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them." That's the groundwork, and this is applies to what when you go to Saint John. Was it Saint John 3? Let me see. Uh, let me grab this real quick. I know it's St. John, like between 3 and 5 or something like that. All right, so this is bear with me. All right, so this is St. John chapter 4, right? Oh shit, it's a bunch of deers. Bambi right here. This is St. John chapter 4 and 38. Uh, it says, bro, what is going on? Okay, here we go. Slaki. St. John chapter 4 and verse 38. It says, "I sent you to reap that wherein ye bestow no labor. Other men labor and ye are entered unto their labor." So yeah, that's the beautiful point. We have entered into other men's labors. You see what I'm saying? So that's the groundwork. The groundwork has already been laid out by the apostles and elders and their elders, but mainly, all right, Apostle Tahar and the elder bishops on down, man. Okay, all the other apostles, all right, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle RAWCHAA, all right, Apostle Ramlab, all right, the elder bishops and so forth, man. That's the groundwork. The groundwork, they already did the gritty and the nitty, all right, the things that needed to be done in order for the breakdown of the prophecies for us to understand through the books and the different things that and the labor that they had to go through in order for us to have the truth that we have today, man. And they pass it on through the Urim and Thummim, which is the internet, all right, through these video epistles, man. Okay, so they did the groundwork. So it says, Second Timothy 3:14 again. "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned." So the Lord put the spirit on these great men to teach us certain things through the spirit of YAHWASHI. The things that's why the apostle said we have 100% truth, because they have the things that we need to have when it comes to obtaining salvation. We have 100% of the truth when it comes to receiving salvation, because we don't know everything, like the deep darker things and how the kingdom gonna look, and like we know different pieces of according to the scriptures like Tobit, Revelations, and so forth, but we don't know the real detailed things that's going to be given to us in the kingdom. What we know and what we have is 100% of the truth when it comes to knowing how to receive salvation. That's what the Lord has given us. He loosened the seals, man. He was the only one found worthy, and he loosened the seals, and now we have full understanding to be able to repent, to be able to come back to the Lord, to be able to give sincerity, sincere love to the brothers and to the ministry and to the gospel and to this walk. That's what we have, and those things are going to be able to catapult us into what? Salvation. Second Timothy 3:14. Timothy 3:14 says, "But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned, and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them." So we must continue in things that the Lord has given us, the basic things. Again, so we go into this etymology of grounded, learned. That what it means to be grounded, learned. How are you learned? You continue to be repetitive in the things which were taught to us. The doctrine has been given to us. We are not to divert the gospel or pervert the gospel, pervert the doctrine with our own vain thoughts and vain opinions and so forth. But speaking to myself first and foremost, okay? It says grounded, learned, instructed through yeah, all right. I don't know what happened with that. We are to remain in the basics. Okay, we good. Salaki. We are to remain in the basics, which are the basic things that's gonna get us salvation, man. You see, because yeah, you got a bunch of brothers. I ain't gonna say you got a bunch of brothers. I'm not gonna say brothers. You got a bunch all right, so again, I mentioned Sakari in different camps. They got the breakdowns. They know a bunch of precepts, but that doesn't mean that Matthew 7, right? Many call upon, have we not prophesied in thy name, cast out devils in thy name? Oh, no, so that doesn't mean that they're gonna receive salvation. All right, you have to be chosen, not just called. But with that comes a responsibility, and that responsibility is to remain, keep your eyes single, and to remain focused, man. Okay, so like, all right, so this is again, it says instructed thoroughly in the basics, firmly fixed or established. All right, it says confined to one's room. That's being grounded, keeping our eyes single, man. Making sure we are applied in the knowledge and the wisdom of YAHWASHI, because it said learn, meaning Isaiah 33:6 is going to be have a major um, factor in salvation, because the wisdom and knowledge and understanding is what should be our stability in that time and the strength of salvation. So that's going to be our strength of salvation. You see what I'm saying? The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which comes from eating this whole roll, which is coming from the scriptures and the spirit and power of YAHWASHI, HAQADASH. See, that's being grounded. That's why, um, which is the simplicity. So when you go into, let me grab this first. This is 2 Corinthians 11:3. All right, but I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, right, his witchcraft, So your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is Hamashiach. So our minds became polluted. So what we are having here is that we're being transformed and being brought back to a righteous way of thinking, a righteous state, man. Okay. The elect are no longer polluted. They're filled with the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Okay, which are the which is simplicity, man. Okay, the simplicity, the basic things in order to receive salvation, man. Because the deepest dude is not gonna, just because he know these deep things doesn't mean that he's gonna be chosen and receive salvation, man. Okay, Wisdom of Solomon 1:1. Love righteousness, yea, that be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord's, think of Yahweh Shem Shai with a good heart, meaning mind, and simplicity of heart. Seek him. Okay. So then simplicity of the mind, we seek the Lord. Okay. And the simplicity of the mind, we seek the Lord. So that means that we remain what? Simple, or we remain grounded. It says learn, instructed thoroughly in the basics. So that means we will remain continually in the wisdom that was you know what I'm saying, that was spoken unto us. Okay. It says again, confined in one's room. Uh yeah, man. Let me see. Firmly fixed or established. Yeah, man. So that's really the point, because Yahweh Shai said, and we go to Matthew 15 and 13. It says, but he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father have not planted shall be rooted up. There you go. There you have it. And that's the point. Every plant that the Lord has not planted should be rooted up, because they wasn't grounded. You got to be grounded in the foundation, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay, you got to be grounded. You got to be thoroughly placed. Okay, you got to be sharp. You see what I'm saying? So again, going back to what Slakia, that's them online. Grounded, learned, and instructed through thoroughly in the basics, and that's what the apostles teach. Being instructed thoroughly in the basics. Okay, names of the Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. All right, the Hebrew alphabet, the Hebrew characters, and the tribes. Those things are basic things, man. Okay, you know, attire. Okay, so forth, man. You know what to do at camp. What, you know what I'm saying? It's different tiers for sure. But we are to remain grounded. I can. All right, we are to remain. I'm gonna just say grounded for the sake of the word. Learn, instructed thoroughly in the basics. We must remain in the basics so that we can receive salvation. Just because of Jake know the which we are, you know, supposed to know these things in order to teach. But the basic things is what's going to save us, man. Okay, the basic things, because you're not going to be able to break. Oh, you ain't going to be able to break things down when that time comes. Talking about Jacob's trouble when it's at its height, you're not going to just be sitting there trying to break anything down, these things down, and trying to figure out. No, man, because they already going to be applied. It's no, that means it's a wrap. We don't have to break these things down no more when that time is at its peak. I mean, we're like literally seconds away from being redeemed, Lord willing. Abaratazah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So, Lord willing, this quick transit was edifying. I remember to stay grounded. All right, remain. Remember to stay grounded and remain. Okay, remain grounded. Look into the word. Don't be hesitant. You know, straightforward and understand what's going on. Okay, because in the same context and the form of things, uh, damn, I forgot. But I forgot what I was gonna say, man. It slipped my mind. But so Lord willing, this is edifying, man. Again, I want to give all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH, the modest our apostle, elders, great millstone, rule well. teach you on sound doctrine, strong shalom to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large multitude men, women, and children. Let the Lord have mercy on these last days, man. Okay, again, it's your brother HAQADASH from the GMS branch here in Cleveland. Lord willing is edifying, man. Remember to stay in the basics and remain in the basics, remain in the things which were taught, all right, remain in the things that which were learned, all right, which helps us not go overboard. Remain in the balance. All right, that's it. Remain in the balance. Remain in the learned. Okay, remain in the basics, man. All right, constantly go over the basic things so that you won't forget, first and foremost. But two, and so you can teach first and foremost. But remain in the basic things, you know what I'm saying? So that you fall in the category of the meek of the earth. All right. So again, listen. Again, I want to give all honor, glory, and for the praise and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. The honor to our apostle, elders, great millstone again, who will teach us our doctrine, structure, shalom, to the hopeful elect, and the rest of the large one, two men, women, children. The Lord have mercy on these last days. All right. So, hey, man, with that, man, I'm going to say shalom, walk like a boy, and DTA soon, right? DTA soon, man. Hey, so shalom, remain grounded, Agyam. Remain rooted. Okay, only way you can do that is if Yahawashi is in you, because he's the true root. We are the vines. We stem from him. Okay, so yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Lord willing, is edifying. Until next time, shalom.